and shorts, and surf, and scuba, and sand, and sailing, and soccer. San Diego, California.
Season's greetings and welcome to Two Balls and a Mic, episode 209. We are back with another week of jam-packed, actually, San Diego soccer news. This is all brought to you in part by San Diego.Futbol. That is right. That is a website. That is where you got the breaking news of Duran Ferree signing for SDFC. Friend. I like the drop.
And even the grain goes.
And also dropped the...
And also dropped a little nugget of a potential second signing for SDFC. We're going to get into the details of that, maybe some contract discussions with a old friend, somebody who we've been missing here in the Two Balls and a Mic studio. But that's going to be coming up. We're also going to go ahead and update you on FCN Watch. That's not CNN. That's not any MSN. That is FCN, FC Northland, and their partnership with SDFC. We're also going to check in with San Diego Wave, change that gear over and speak to the Sirens. It's going to be the call of the Sirens coming up. It's going to be exciting, talking about the schedule, rosters, preseason, exclusive sound from the training grounds today from Casey Stoney and company. We're also going to go into the community events, the San Diego FC, SDFC Chrome Ball Tour up in Oceanside. We're going to go ahead and do a giveaway of this right here, Oceanside. Branded SDFC shirt. We might turn it around here in a bit. And at the end of the day, we're going to go ahead and go with El Juego Bonito, the new segment where we talk about goals, gaffes, and greats. We got one in each of those categories. If you guys have any contributions in San Diego, if it's not in San Diego, it's fine. But that's what we want to do.
But if it's not in San Diego, it's un pinche golazo.
It has to be a golazo. And we have to, obviously welcome everybody who is in the chat. Season's greetings to everybody. We already have Procrastinating Puma. Season's greetings to Jeff. Season's David. Eliason. Aloha. I like the aloha. But, it's usually season's greetings around here. There's a season every year, every time. But welcome nonetheless, everybody who is in here. What's up, Esteban? That shirt is fire. It actually feels pretty soft.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Like that's
just
pretty nifty. Hola, Cisco Sanchez. I didn't tell you this.
That's my boy Cisco. What's up, Cisco?
I actually went over to Fernandez, the birria place, the number one Yelp, and I was like, it's half a block from my house, and I go over and
but you didn't go to the new one.
Not the new one because I needed a break. I needed to refresh the palate. It's all good. Season's greetings. You already see. Smart listeners already on it. I get off and I'm all like chancloso, like in sandals and flip flops. My hair's a mess. I'm just like, yeah, it's like I'm not hungover because I didn't drink, but I look like it and feel like it. It's just that
Sunday. Happens when you get older, too, though.
100%.
Like, you wake up and you're like,
I'm going to my car and then like, hey, Tony, and somebody's like,
oh shit.
Oh, like I don't know you, dude. Like what? Oh, Tony, hey, what's up, dude? If I'm from Escondido, I watch the show, listen to the show. I'm like, cool, dude. Like, awesome, dude. Like, thank you. I wish I had more. I was caught very off guard, but season's greetings to you. We're gonna get right down to it because there was some breaking news. There it is. With Duran Ferree, the first signing for SDFC, San Diego FC, the MLS team coming in here in the 2025 season. The first player was Duran Ferree, a local kid, señorito. Who is now starting his journey. Once again, he was with USL championship side San Diego Loyal, bitter rivals of now his new home over in Orange County. And so we were thinking, well, we dropped the news of this happening, and I'm very proud of our first article here on San Diego.Futbol, the website of merit in San Diego, in the San Diego soccer community. Duran signs for USL side Orange County SC. We're gonna get into some details, but before that, we want to welcome a powerful individual, probably the best beard in San Diego, as well as the brightest USL mind in Southern California. A very slim, new year, new him. New year, new Alan.
New year, new look.
New Alan Underwood.
Mr.
Season's
Underwood.
greetings to Alan Underwood.
What's up? How's everyone doing?
Pretty good, man. We got two balls and the Underwood back.
We are back. Yeah, let me put that, because again, since last time, now we're on a different platform.
Yeah, we are. I mean, Alan, I texted you the link to this, and you're like, "Oh, look at you!"
Ooh, it looks great. It looks nice, and not that it didn't look great before. Let me preface it that way, so I don't get in trouble for the logo shenanigans again.
No, that was my blood, sweat, and tears you just insulted, but it's okay. Screw my.
But I'm sure it's a little bit easier to run. I'm still not sure how you did it with moving all those windows around and all that. It's like I didn't even try when I was doing stuff, so it's like I'm just gonna buy the program that does it for me and makes me look better. So, but it's good to be back. It does feel like a little bit like riding a bike. Like it hasn't been that long, but it has been quite a minute since I've been able to chat with you fine gentlemen. So I'm happy to be here.
Dude, you're looking great, man.
Thanks. Yeah, just I know it's sacrilege to say this, but like I eat El Pollo Loco a lot up in Riverside because I found out it's $1 more expensive in San Diego than it is up here in Riverside. It's like $5 to get a pollo bowl, and I rock those on a daily basis. But yeah, I'm feeling good. I'm almost to my goal weight of 180. I got a couple more pounds to go, but feeling great, feeling good, and yeah.
I love that for you. And again, for those of you who don't know, Alan helped us a lot here in our days of San Diego Loyal USL Championship coverage. You also, contributed to the Orange and Black Soccer cast, to the USL show. You're incredibly active, and it just seems right, as Jeff here is saying, that it just seems right to have you back on, because
of course it does.
With the evolution of soccer in the community and what it's looking like now, like it is what it is to a degree, but we also want to make sure that we're as informed as we can. FCN, the sister club, the sibling club, as they like to say, to SDFC came here, and we try to get coverage, and we were when we're allowed, and it's okay. Shout out Mark Ziegler, who snuck in or was invited. I'm not gonna lie, it was a good article.
Great article. Shout out to Mark.
In any case, the news came down that Duran Ferree is coming or going on loan to Orange County SC. And so we just want to kind of get the basis for people who are just joining or just who know, as far as the level that Duran Ferree, San Diego FC's first signing, is going to be matched up with. Because again, we've seen USL Championship, for those who have been watching San Diego Loyal, but from the perspective of now, you're going to have to, not have to, but you're going to have to really pay attention to Orange County and their system and how they've been doing things. I know there was some chatter as far as like, well, he's never going to see minutes. This kid is going to go to a team that made it this far, and blah, blah, blah. Like, what are your first thoughts on Duran Ferree signing with, sorry, should I just play it now? Because it's the season, Alan.
Go ahead.
It's the season. It's officially, and from now on until he's no longer with Orange County Soccer Club, we are all officially on.
An early shot for Duran Ferree.
Here's a chance, and it's denied by Ferree.
Officially on Duran Watch. High quality graphics here in the department of one.
Shout out to the graphics department.
It's Duran. The Reflex is a goalkeeper. It's just AI Orange County Soccer Club goalkeeper, and that came up and just put his face on there.
Don't sell yourself short. You created all that by yourself.
But Alan, what are your first reactions on Duran Ferree joining Orange County?
I thought it made sense. I mean, I think it makes a lot of sense for both the player and the club. Being just up the road, it means you're not disrupting his entire life, and he could stay pretty local to be able to train with a team and get. Because I mean, SDFC is not going to be doing a whole lot as far as training and building reps for him. So I thought it made sense for Duran to pop up to OC. OC, it makes sense. Last season, Colin Shuttler really came on later in the season. They had 3-4 goalkeepers play minutes last year. They really didn't settle on one until later, which leads me to believe like Colin's probably going to be the number one going into the season. But it also shows me that OC is open to have some competition and is going to go with the goalkeeper that's doing the job, right? Rakowski left last season or the season before to go to Phoenix. And then the other side is I know Oliver Weiss, who was the GM, isn't there anymore. And he was a really big proponent in bringing in youth and playing youth and giving them the opportunity to train and get minutes. It'll be interesting to see what that transition, what that means for this season. But they're promoting from within, it seems like, in the front office. So I think the philosophy is going to stay pretty much the same for Orange County. And if you look at their history of Francis Jacobs back in the day, they had Aaron Cervantes, which was a very young goalkeeper. He got, when he was 16, he was playing, I think he got 11 starts. When he was 17, he had 5 starts. So they're not foreign to playing good players, even though they're young. Kobe Henry was another great example, the center back that they sold his contract over to Europe. And I think for Duran, I think it's a smart move. You're going to get minutes if you earn them. You're not going to just be a number 2 goalkeeper. Realistically, that's probably where he's going to start because Shuttler did play well for them down the stretch. But I don't think this is a team where there's a backlog of goalkeepers. This isn't a team with a really like established number 1 as like a, Tampa Bay pulling Jordan Farr. Like you're probably not going to get minutes above him. So it's a good signing. Is he guaranteed minutes? I mean, probably not. I know, Tony, you have a little bit more information than I did on that, but I think it's a good move for both club and player. I think it's a good fit.
Yeah, and so you alluded to it there, right? So I doing obviously some journo work, some behind the scenes stuff. There is exactly what you said. That outlook of who's going to start, how many minutes he's going to get isn't dependent on any sort of contract of San Diego FC saying he needs to play this many amount of minutes. What I do know, what I can share is that there is a financial incentive for the minutes that he does get. So that's something that is, built in, something to look forward to. But again, the main thing and that I heard from several people within Orange County FC SC was that you earn Saturday, Monday through Friday. And that's what I kept hearing. You earn Saturday, Monday through Friday. What does that mean? That means that if you are at training, giving it your all, you are rising above, you're doing your job, doing your work, then you're going to go ahead and earn that spot on the weekend or whenever the game is to go ahead and be the number 1. It's not going to be something that's given. It's not going to be easy. It's going to be challenging. He was actually already training over with Orange County, just kind of behind the scenes, just working him out, much in the same way that he was working out with FC Northland, just kind of feeling it out to see if that's going to be solidified. And it did. It did take a couple of weeks before it was finalized to finally announce it. We kind of had an embargo there as far as what can be discussed and finalized. I think he kind of also, let it known by putting a black dot and an orange dot on his, X profile. But yeah, that's kind of the outlook there. Esteban here, I agree. It makes sense to go to OC, close to his family lifestyle and a really good club. And that's very true to that. Another point, and that's something that's exciting for us, is that because, we've had this relationship through San Diego Loyals, through the USL Championship, through you, Alan, with Orange County, we're able to go ahead and do some really cool things. So the first thing that we are going to go ahead and kind of roll out with is that we're going to go ahead and be providing discounted tickets and giveaways starting today. We're going to go ahead and start building the packages. I want to actually put that ticket giveaway a little bit more to give a little je ne sais quoi, some little zhuzh.
Je ne sais quoi.
A little bit more, fiber in it. But this link is already up. You can go ahead and check it out. If you click on it right there, it'll take you over to, where did it take you right there? It'll take you to this page right here. Welcome to Duran Ferree. You can go ahead and choose some of these discounted tickets on the right-hand side. and get yourself, to go watch Duran Ferree and support. And I think this is a good medium for both former loyal supporters and people who are fans of San Diego FC and the MLS and what's going to be coming here to San Diego. That's that happy medium. Go support the kid. Go support Duran Ferree. Get yourself some tickets. We're going to be giving tickets away. We're going to be doing a couple of activations for that. So just be on the lookout for when that does drop, because you know what? Why not? Like, we're going to do family 4-packs of tickets and stuff. And very thankful for OC doing that. It's really weird giving Orange County props. I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to lie.
I want to ask you guys, what do you, it's just been in the back of my mind, right? What if Orange County eventually becomes what Las Vegas Lights is for LAFC?
Ooh, I mean, I can see that. Huh?
What's funny about that is OC was to LAFC what Lights was before Lights was.
Yeah.
Although back then it was like it really wasn't a huge, like they were LAFC was loaning players out to like Phoenix and all sorts of different teams. So it wasn't like a strict 2 team. And I'm not sure Orange County is probably going to be a little reluctant to go into business, although it might jab LA Galaxy a little bit, which might be kind of fun based on the history of Orange County and LAFC. But it is a good, fun place to go watch a soccer match. If you are new to San Diego soccer versus Orange County, it is a great place to go, a great stadium to get to. I don't necessarily recommend taking the train because I think the train leaves before the game would end. Just a little heads up. But I can see, Duran is probably going to come in as the number 2, right? Their roster right now consists of Colin Shuttler, Eric Lopez, and Eric Lopez had a couple games last season, maybe not really not impressive enough. But I think Duran comes in as pretty much the solid number 2, which means, maybe a Saturday, Wednesday, Saturday match, you're going to see Duran play one of those. There's the Open Cup, which Duran played in the past, that you probably want to keep an eye out for. And then I don't want to wish an injury on any player, but I think if there's an injury or a knock for Shuttler, Duran's going to step right in and get some minutes with a pretty solid Orange County team. I think, bringing their coach back, which seems to work sometimes and seems to not work other times for Orange County. They're losing Milan Olaski, but they have a pretty good team, a pretty good team around them already. And they've been able to replace some of the guys who they lost. Brent Richards was kind of an aging guy, maybe not give him 100%, but a good player. But they still have, some pretty good names. Brian Olaski is a really good USL caliber player. Powers and Akeem in the center back position are probably going to give keepers a pretty decent coverage. So I think this is a pretty decent Orange County side that he's showing up into. And, he just needs to train with the team. And he's going to, again, he'll be able to earn his spot. There isn't a spot on the pitch where Orange County is going to be afraid of putting a young kid on the player. I mean, I think Orange County's average age for starting 11 was younger than Orange County or than San Diego's last year, which isn't saying a ton when you have a couple of veteran players like Joe Corona.
You leave Joe Benny Corona out of your mouth, all right? That's a Liga MX star.
I mean, Orange County needs to update their roster on their website. They still have Milan Miloski. Thomas Among making a return, Alan?
I believe that is the case.
Yes.
Everywhere I'm looking, it shows him as being on the roster. A shout out to a fellow journalist out there. USL Tactics has a USL offseason tracker, which I found very helpful when checking out some possible OC dates for when El Paso comes in and you get to see M and Toomey. And so I think Tulsa comes out, and that's Charlie Adams. I think the only one. I think Rhode Island comes out in September to see Koke and Stoneman. And so I think Orange County is, if you are wanting to feel nostalgic about San Diego Loyal, I think you get almost everybody that signed somewhere is coming through OC at some point, which is great because it's a flip of the coin with the East Coast. I think North Carolina might be. I don't remember when the North Carolina date is, but that's another one I think people might want to. That's Evan Conway and Colin Martin are both in North Carolina. So if you want to track where your San Diego Loyal, your favorite players ended up, USL Tactics does have an off-season tracker that's relatively up to date, which he also has some stuff about who is denotated with a 2-year contract as well. So you can see where people are going.
There you go. And again, it's going to be incumbent on people to pay attention to the USL Championship. And it's really interesting that this is how you you questioned it, right? Like, is this going to be like the Las Vegas Lights and LAFC, where they just kind of have that feeder team, or just kind of hyperbolic time chamber of a team where it's just go send them and develop them, and it's that connection with what's it called? Terrible SDFC memes on Instagram had that triple bicep connection of FCN, Orange County, and SDFC. Just kind of, the Milanowski, the Duran Ferrees, that it's just kind of in that universe. And one of those names, and this is kind of, yes, sir.
I was gonna interrupt you real quick.
But we did, but it's okay.
Yeah, you told me you wanted to mention something about the contract, right?
¿De qué?
For Duran?
Pues ya lo dije. I already said it, right? I said it right, Alan?
I believe you're correct. Mentioning that there is a financial incentive for him to play more minutes.
Come on.
Which I guess if you're like, hey, we're a couple grand away from really putting us over the edge here. Let's just put Duran Ferree in for a couple games to get that.
Some extra spending money. You never know. And again, those I
wonder how much money
those figures and numbers are not available just yet. We will be
though, right? Eventually.
I mean, it's USL. Like, did you not learn anything from San Diego Loyal and not learning how many schmeckles somebody was paid? What we will say, and again, it's this connection is part of that article that we referred to on San Diego Football. Again, we're pushing it. We changed the whole thing to San Diego Football, guys. So we also have this website, and it has this fantastic little write-up from one of our contributors. And what's interesting is the nugget that we kind of uncovered. And again, this is not official, but per our own, this is very cannibalistic. Per our own article here, sources tell San Diego Football that SDFC's next signing is close with Marcus Ingvartsen. Check me on that pronunciation. We will get better. A Danish forward from FC Norseland. FCN is part of the Right to Dream group and is holding part of their preseason here in San Diego, where they face Club Tijuana under 23 and will face MLS's LA Galaxy and LAFC. Already did and beat them. In the coming weeks, we're going to talk about that. We actually reached out to SDFC and FC Norseland for comment, and they declined to comment. So, look, Alan, look at that. Look at that.
I'm proud of you. Yeah, there's a nice connection, a Danish connection to the coach at OC, who is also Danish. But yeah, Milanowski was one of the goal scorers in that game. So that guy just keeps scoring no matter where he plays, which is not surprising. I think everyone kind of knew that was going to happen. But yeah, it's kind of this. They play it. I just Googled it. Right to Dream Park. Which I thought was like, wait, that's English. Why would they? But yeah, Right to Dream Park. I think this is going to be probably the reason why OC maybe doesn't become that team for Orange County is San Diego is trying to build that global network and find spots in that global network to be able to move players around to get them developed in the right kind of area of player ability. And then I'm interested to see with the Right to Dream Academy what's going to happen with San Diego creating maybe a 2-team or just a straight up academy, because I do think the strength of a team like like Orange County, why you see clubs in USL signing folks is the ability to move them on to Europe, maybe better than MLS has done consistently. And that's where soccer teams make money, right? That's why Tijuana, the Xolos exist, is like you try to find Argentine talent and then develop them and sell them on so you can buy the contracts of other, diamonds in the rough, if you will, to sell them on to other teams. So it'll be, I'm interested to see what this partnership ends up with. The right to dream is one of the few aspects of the MLS club that I am really interested in seeing what it does, particularly for access of youth to playing professionally.
Yeah.
But this is kind of that first step of, this is the pipeline that you're going to see a lot of, is guys moving around within this right to dream system.
Yeah, I mean, you have to guess, right? Is this new striker potentially also going to get loaned down to OC? Are all the maybe current signings that they get will be loaned out to a team in the USL? Maybe not just OC, maybe Oakland, maybe something else.
I mean, the bridge is already kind of built there, and as you were saying, Alan, that there is that relationship. So there are rumors right now that would be the case, that this would be another loan spell for SDFC's second signing for OC. So another reason to get on those Duran Ferree discount tickets and listen to Two Balls and a Mic for free tickets to get that first look at the players that are going to be on Snapdragon, potentially on that first game in 2025. So, as more information does come up, that'll be kind of where we'll direct that into.
And if you're OC, you're pretty happy if you end up getting this player, right? You get a player that has Bundesliga experience. Mines with Union Berlin, Genk, and other leagues, and then FC Northland. I mean, competing with LAFC and LA Galaxy.
Yeah, I was actually looking at some highlights, and he's a player that came from the back in his younger years and started kind of moving up forward. And he has great vision, great passing, and we can do a little bit deep dive as we know more, because again, everything's kind of sourced right now. So I don't want to be wasting anybody's time with, hey guys, this is going to be a potential, and then it just doesn't happen. Like that's something that we want to make sure that we are, as clear as possible. Potentially looking out. What I do know though is that this is a good opportunity for OC in general to really kindle a relationship with an MLS team, and in good faith, start developing a little bit more and playing more into the play style to be able to mold players to the American way of playing, right? It's kind of the opposite of Milan Orlowski, where Milan knows how to play in the US, but you need to kind of ingrain him in learning the FCN way, perhaps, if that was to happen where he comes into SDFC. I don't see a world where he doesn't. I really don't. And if he doesn't, like, we fooled me. Great missed opportunity, potentially, but that's going to be an interesting kind of thing to look at. We are going to go ahead and have Duran Ferree for sure, who is officially loaned out to OC soon with an interview, and it's really interesting because he's young, right? So he wasn't that media trained, and that's something that he's going to start learning and be taught at Orange County. And it's not just on the field stuff that he's going to have to develop. It's these skills that go along with being a professional. Is what talking points does MLS want to have? What talking points do they not want to have? How do you avoid these certain questions? How do you go about it? Not that we would ever entrap a player or anybody in the questioning of stuff.
No, I'm just kidding.
But they have to be prepared. There's a reason why Landon Donovan was, his strategy was just, hey Landon, you guys lost again, and you guys didn't change anything. What's going on?
What was that, Landon? Speak up, please. Speak up.
I'm not going to join SDFC.
Yeah, Duran's still 17, and I mean, he's still a kid and has to finish high school. Still, like, by law, technically, not really. But,
I don't know. That's for familials to take care of or deal with. It's not Look, I hope he's a well-educated. If he's well-educated behind, in front of goal, that's really important here. But yeah, so that's kind of what we have as far as this breaking news. We will follow this story. We will be in close contact with you, Alan. Alan, would you like to be our Duran watch person?
Sure. Are you asking me out? Are we going to become exclusive? Is that what's going on? Yeah, I'm down.
Damn.
Yeah. I'm gonna split. This year I'm splitting my time between USL and learning NWSL because I'm gonna be at a bunch of the Wave games. So I'm excited to check out the second half of your lovely podcast with some of the news from Sirens because I definitely want to support what they've been doing. And I'm excited to continue to watch San Diego soccer. But yeah, USL is definitely where my heart still is, and I will be more than happy to give you updates from Orange County about the things that Duran's doing and any possible future San Diego loanee down to USL, because San Diego's not going the St. Louis route of starting a 2-team first and putting their guys in their own 2-team.
Mm-hmm.
So they're gonna want to sign guys, and then they need a space for them to plop them, so they don't have to sign everyone in the season leading up to their first season. It would be smart to get some guys under contract and then loan them out. I'll what St. Louis do with Josh Yarrow, putting him on the 2-team.
Mm-hmm. And that's going to be something to look at. And I know that City SC Temecula, UPSL side here in San Diego was in talks to potentially be something like that for SDFC. So it's going to be interesting just to kind of look at that. But look, Alan, we've missed you. People have missed you. They've been saying in the comments, we've all been missing you, and I'm glad that we can kind of make this connection. And I'm sure there'll be more down the line, and as it comes. And you know what? If he's sitting on the bench, then that's what Duran Watch will be.
Has to earn it Monday through Friday.
Exactly. Alan, where can people find you? Anything you need to plug? Anything you want to tell this audience of yours?
I'm on the internet doing things. Apparently going to drag shows a lot recently. So you see, if you're into those clips of men in wigs lip syncing, then hop on my Instagram. But yeah, Twitter machine. I think Instagram's the same as my Twitter machine. But yeah, that's where I am. And then yeah, during the week I'm up in Riverside, and on weekends I'm back home. So if you see me, if you're up in the Inland Empire, that's where you'll find me during the week. And yeah.
Perfect. Well, this has officially been our first.
An early shot for Duran Ferree.
Here's a chance, and it's denied by Ferree.
That's the dumbest thing ever. But Alan,
always a pleasure having you here.
All over the world tonight. All right, Alan, muchas gracias, señor. We bid you adieu, and you know how StreamYard works.
Buenas noches.
Bye.
What a guy, man. He's looking good, man.
Never look better.
Ponte las pilas tú, güey.
Again, I've been losing the weight. I just keep finding it.
Stop finding it.
It's harder than you think. Oh man. I think I just saw her on here, and she gave them to me, and I was like, "Oh, I'm not gonna eat any. It's fine." And I ate some. I was like, I felt bad. I really feel bad. But yeah, so that's kind of that's what we you know what, that actually makes a lot of sense. Yes. That's why my tummy's not in the right place. All right. So yeah, I just drink a coffee. All right. So really quick, we were talking about FC Northland, the sibling club to SDFC, San Diego Football Club. And you know, it's what we're gonna have to pay attention to.
Yeah. So they just, we talked about it last week. They beat Cholos 5-0, which was their under 23, apparently, right? There's just no way to know what lineup LAFC or LA Galaxy put up against FC Northland. But what we do know is that they beat LA Galaxy, 5-1, and LAFC 3-1. To me, that just shows. I mean, remember last episode where you kept asking me, do you think the FC Northland can be this team? Yeah, they're a European club. Playing anywhere in Europe, even if it's in Denmark, is a lot better than playing here in America.
And that's something that even that actually Sal Zizzo commented on my Facebook because that's the thing. And he disagreed. He said no, that and he obviously knows more than us in that aspect because he played in MLS and in the Bundesliga. But ultimately, that's kind of up in the air. So the results here, we have the 3-1 against LAFC, as you're saying, right? So okay, so essentially the translation here on the right, because we have to brush up on our Danish. Our goal, firstly, the last match in the USA ended in a 3-1 victory. Our goal was scored by Sindre Wale Egeli, Andreas Sliderup, and Milan Iloski.
Andreas Slytherin.
Tomorrow, the trip goes home to Denmark, and they will also see the goals from today's match and get reactions from the head coach. That's from FC Norseland.
Cool.
I know Alan was talking about it's right to Dream Park. Oh, it's in Spanish. That's interesting.
In Spanish.
Excuse me, in English. That's just interesting. But they released a video actually of kind of dinner they were having here in San Diego or locally, where they said goodbye to a teammate that ended up being transferred away. And again, it's part of this project where you develop the players and then they go play elsewhere. And it's all part of this Right to Dream Academy. So,
and that dude,
yes.
As a now rumored to go to SDFC, Marcus in Barsten.
That's going to be interesting.
Yeah, it's going to be really hard to. He's 28 years old, so I can also see why FC Northland is trying to maybe ship out some of the players becoming of an older age, just to keep that reputation as well. It's like, hey, our average age is 22, and we're kicking ass in this league right now. So, granted, 28 is still not a bad age for soccer,
especially nowadays with everything, health and what's going on. Jeff says, I'm in shape, round shape. That is a shape, indeed. Today, LA Galaxy and LAFC play their starting squads. No, they did not. One last note on FC Northland, and we're going to change gears here to the call of the Siren, is that just the way that this team plays and what's to be expected from SDFC whenever they do move into the style of play of the Right to Dream projects. Doing our due diligence. We have people everywhere. Just talking about one of their games, especially with LA Galaxy, saying that FC Northland press with 3, but they're really narrow, but they are quick in transition and expanding and closing the spaces on the sides. The 8s, typically those center mids cover the half space. Transitioning and attack and defense is super quick, and that's what we've been told of this team and this whole project, that this is going to be a quick attacking, lightning fast team. The transition into attack and defense is incredibly rapid, and it's something to really look forward to as far as what they're going to be seeing and trying to instill for STFC. So that's kind of the scouting that we have here. Mid-season versus preseason team is absolutely correct. Callan, I know Tony's probably would wait for tomorrow's show, but that soccer's match last night was something else. We will definitely get to that during our segment, El Juego Bonito, goals, gaffes, and greats. But without further ado, before we move any further, we will go ahead and switch gears over into San Diego Wave. San Diego Wave having a lot of activity roster-wise, a lot of activity, obviously with the first day of training camp being today. But with that said, we will begin here with a segment that we started a couple weeks ago with the Siren supporter group. And just like I have a Duran watch video, let's see, hopefully this works. And then we'll welcome our guest to go ahead and talk about what the Sirens have going on and get a little insight on what their thoughts are about the schedule. All right. Super transition. All right. Hello. Thank you for joining us. Go ahead and just please introduce yourself here to the audience. Thank you once again for taking the time late here on a Monday.
Yeah, that was a great intro. I want to hear that all the time. I'm Zakia. I am Vice President in Tech Support at the Sirens. And yeah, I'm here to talk.
Absolutely. And so, with the season coming up really quickly, last time we spoke with the Sirens in general was that membership launch in 2024. You seeing some the numbers go up? You're seeing some movement in that sense. How is that looking?
It's going really fast, way faster than our prior 2 years. Like we're kind of like, oh, it's great. I think we might surpass last year's numbers before the season even starts, which is great. And keeping our merchandise people a lot busier than they thought they would be. So yeah, it's a really good start to the season for sure.
That's absolutely wonderful to hear, and that's a lot of work that goes into just going into the supporter group world and just seeing, and we've seen you at Loyal Games, San Diego Soccer Games, obviously in the Cove for San Diego Wave matches. So what are your hopes, at least for in a supporter sense, for this year coming up, to really kind of captivate and capture a little bit more of the magic that's been happening at the Cove in Snapdragon?
Yeah, I mean, I think we just want to spread it throughout the whole stadium because we still meet people who are like, oh, I didn't know I could become a Siren, they're just like a lot of potential for growth, and we really want to see that. We want to create that atmosphere where the whole entire stadium is chanting all at the same time, and it'll take some more growth, some more building to get there. But we just really wanted people to know that they can join us. We are totally open. We want to hear your ideas. We're all about joy, community, and try to have the best fun with this team while it's here. So,
And I mean, so tell me, right? Like, what are some of the goals that the Sirens have to accomplish this season?
We're gonna need to have another Blazer night. No, our goals aren't like around numbers. They're really just like letting people know about the community we're building, letting people know about the tailgates and the stuff we're doing outside. I have some fundraising and some community work ideas in my head that we haven't fully fleshed out. We'll see if those happen. We were able to do quite a few good things last year. I really want that to be a core part of what we do as an organization. So yeah, it's mostly like have fun, more people, more bubbles, more whatever, more creativity. I'm always impressed by what people come up with. I'm more of a ones and zeros, numbers kind of person, and just the things that people come up with and they bring to the Cove or they bring to the tailgate, or the ideas that people come up with, and then it like explodes into like a full formed like multi-day celebration. Or you see what's happening with our social media, like the ideas and how people just run with it. Like I just want to encourage all that and make it, let people enjoy each other's company as much as possible. Just keep it going.
And I mean, the NWSL and Wave, they dropped their schedule, right? And I'm assuming for a supporters group, that's huge to start marking those calendars. This is when we're going to have home games. Are there any away days that maybe fans can expect this season?
Well, we're working that out. It's kind of rough because a lot of the West Coast games are kind of stacked back to back, and they're like at the beginning of the season. And I thought a lot of us really wanted to go to the Bay FC game. We thought that would be a really big one, but it's coming up a little fast. I think we can still pull it off. Of course, we'll be at ACFC. There's people are already talking about going to Portland. Seattle's a little, shakier, but we definitely want the away experience to be like top notch. We want people to come together. That's why that's why we have the Discord and stuff, so that people, even if they're rolling solo, they have friends for the day if they want to go to an away game somewhere.
And that's part of it. I was reading an article. The name really just escaped me. She's playing now for Arsenal, and she had the experience in the NWSL, and she was talking about what the differences are of playing over in England, and it boiled down to the away fans, and that's kind of what she was saying, that there's that difference of the away fans kind of travel, and that's something special. But I think for what the Sirens have been doing in Snapdragon is is really amazing on and off the field during the 90 minutes, outside of the 90 minutes. It's a really great just movement that's been happening. And I just want to get the take on from you as far as like who are the rivals like at this point. I know Angel City with the balloons that first game. Clearly that reaction covering everything. But who are the teams / other supporter groups that we're kind of at a tiffs with that, we might need a extra hippo dancing shark.
Well, the official word is we're all friends. All the supporters group, we're all best friends. We give you, and it's true. Like there's a lot of, ACFC fans as a whole. We can have a little but individually, like they are all invited to our tailgates. We say hi, we hug, we met each other at conferences, we see each other at the playoffs. So like we are cool. As far as teams though, like the Reign is that's the team we want to beat this year. And I think that's more of a real, now with all the roster changes, we'll see. But that's been the team that's really been a challenge, the whole Stoney versus Laura Harvey thing. But ACFC's right here. So it's like we gotta, LA versus San Diego. It's that rivalry you can't deny it. So
Casey Stoney staying, signing that contract. None of this Chelsea rumors anymore that kind of had everybody on edge for a quick second.
Yeah.
What does it mean? I know there's a big reaction from supporters, the Sirens, and just in general, San Diego soccer fans of Casey Stoney deciding to stay and extend her contract.
Yeah, I mean, I never thought there was a chance of her going. She's always talked so wonderfully about San Diego and what it means to her to be here and to be a team that doesn't have like necessarily like a counterpart, building a thing that stands on its own and moving her family out and stuff. So I really never bought those Chelsea rumors, but wow, what a relief to have her say that she was staying. And, with all the roster changes and stuff, like, one day you're up, one day you're down. As long as we have Stoney, I'm good to go. Like in Stoney, I trust, like ready to go. So that's very happy.
That's a good captain to be navigating the ship moving forward. A lot of talent in there. Saying some comments here with the bubbles and people buying and purchasing their season Sirens membership. Look at that. I want to believe
we go through a lot of bubble machines, seriously, and a lot of batteries.
So how can people contribute here? As let me just catch up on this comment here by Lynn. Why is the AFC rivalry / derby match in LA at BMO on Thursday? That is something that is very, very, very
that's a lot. That's
controversial.
Something that people brought up a lot. And the league with the scheduling, and that's what Casey Stoney is going to say in the nicest way without getting fined.
Yeah, we have some exclusive audio from Casey Stoney coming up. Not now.
Not now. Oh, okay.
Not now.
But yeah, the fact that that's on a Thursday, I mean, it's such an opportunity for us, to go up there and like travel together. We did a bus last year; it was so much fun. Doing it on a Thursday just makes it that much harder. But we're gonna show up. Like we're gonna be there. It's just so how big we are and how successful we've been over the last 3 years is all like a gift, I feel like. So, everything that doesn't go exactly, 1000% our way, it's like, you know what, we're still here. We're still having a good time. We're still going to make it go. So we'll be all right.
Love that. And other than memberships, what are ways that people can go ahead and support the Sirens and the Sirens movement?
Yeah, I mean, definitely spread the word, share us on social media. We are, obviously the memberships help us be able to do all the things we do in the stadium and outside the stadium, the watch parties, and we also give some of the money to Black Women's Player Collective and the other players group. Sorry, I'm forgetting the exact name. But and you can also have a free membership and just join and participate, because we also want we don't want money to be a barrier to anyone's participation. And show up to our events, come by, say hi. One thing that's like people, it's odd to go up to a stranger. Anyone who's wearing a Sirens shirt, Sirens hat, like bandana, say hi. Say, I heard about you guys and they're your new best friend. Like, don't be shy. That's how we spread it. That's how it is. Like, we're just, we want to just be a part of the San Diego community. So yeah.
Absolutely. And forever we'll have a space here in San Diego Punto Football, San Diego Football, and Two Balls and a Mic for the Sirens. I really enjoy this little space that we're carving out for the word to be out. Is there anything else for Sirens to be looking out for in the near future? Any events? Any cool swag other than a cool scarf?
TBD on merch, but there is some stuff coming. And of course the home opener on the 23rd, March 23rd, will be huge. We're participating a lot in the Gold Cup games. It's like, this has been nonstop. This has been the most on-off season in the world. And I just want to make sure to do a special shout out. Like, some of the Sirens sort of independently have been helping out with flood relief. So follow us on socials or hit us up if you need something or if you want to help. Like, I just want to make sure people know that that's happening, because a lot of people have reached out and said, like, we do have this community, a couple hundred people that are willing to do what they can. And also, if you are in our community and you need help, and that's happened a little bit too, we want to make sure you're supported. So yeah, that's, just keep following us, keep having fun, bring the joy, bring the creativity. Yeah.
No, absolutely. And I'm just pulling it up here, just kind of that call, right, with the recent floods over the YMCA. Jackie Robinson was also having, we're opening the doors to community members impacted by the floods and offering showers and all that good stuff. The community is out there. Sirens are involved. Wave is out there in the community. We're going to talk about that a little bit later with everything happening in San Diego soccer community and the San Diego Soccerverse. But really appreciate your time. Thank you for coming on. And we're going to keep opening this space as we go. And get closer to the season, because there's going to be events. There's going to be important information to really get out there. So anytime anything comes up, please go ahead and don't hesitate to let us know, and we'll have you on the show.
Yeah, I'd love to be here. Thank you so much for having me.
No problem.
Appreciate
Thank you.
Your time. Thank you.
Have a good one.
Bye. See you around.
Bye.
And that has been just another excuse to put my. That has been the call of the Sirens. Thank you once again for everybody who's coming together and helping putting this together. It's really, really, really cool. Really, 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 really cool.
Big shout out to the Sirens.
All right. So before we move on from Wave, we do have obviously some news to break. Not news to break, but just kind of catch up, because there has been a lot of changes coming out of San Diego Wave camp. Obviously the first one was cool. Casey Stoney, 2027. She's going to be here.
Big one.
I think that actually dropped the day after
the
last episode, Two Balls and a Mic. So it's fine. It happens. There is a new regular season schedule and broadcast partnership, that's NWSL Plus. That's going to be a new way to watch the games coming up. It's going to be 26 game regular game schedule.
I don't know if you want to talk about a little bit about this home schedule, right? To see what teams we're going to be coming into San Diego. Ideally, we're going to be going to every single one of these games that we can. But home opener, KC Current. That should be a game that sets the tone for the season, right? And you have to win that one. Then after that, you get Seattle Reign coming. And that's the team you want to beat. Formerly known as OL Reign, returning back to their original crest and original name.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the game. That's the revenge game.
Yeah, and that's one that's kind of getting circled, and as everybody's been mentioning, like, we haven't been able to Wave haven't been able to beat this team and at all since it's the third year going in. KC still gets the question of, you're an expansion team. That's no more. You have two other expansion teams now, Utah, Bay City. They don't get to have those questions or oh, well, you're this, you're that, because there's, again, two other teams that are going to be coming in and trying to replicate what San Diego Wave did and has been doing. It's nothing short of
San Diego Wave now is top 3 teams in the NWSL.
Mhm.
There's no question about it. There's no argument about it. They got the Shield last season, finishing top of the table, and I mean, lost in the semifinals, but still top 3 teams in NWSL right now.
I mean, it would be cool if YouTube also had this thing like, but again, that's kind of where we live nowadays. We overthrew cable and replaced it with apps.
Isn't that NWSL Plus going to be free where they're going to be showing?
Yeah.
Not every single game, but majority of the games.
Yes,
Right? And it's going to be absolutely free. So that's pretty cool.
It's going to have a lot more access. But some of the news that did come by the inbox, this was on the 26th of January. So this is 4 days ago. San Diego 3 days ago. Right? Today's the 29th. 26th.
That's 3.
You're right. 3, 9, 6. You're right. My math is not mathing.
Oh, yeah.
San Diego Wave FC midfielder Kelsey Turnbow today announced her retirement. Turnbow retires following 2 years of playing professional soccer with Wave and NWSL. News that kind of came out, and I'm not going to say I'm surprised. I know there's factors that led to this that are a little murky, where it turns out that it might not just be a decision that was solely based on any type of just talent or where she's at. Look, my favorite memory of Kelsey Turnbow is forever going to be at Torero Stadium in the first game where she was taking a corner from the the west side, and that's where that big hill is to go into the field.
Right there. It's in the way,
and the advertisement is right in the way, and she's trying to back up in order to go ahead and swing it in or swing it out with her right. She was trying to swing it in with her left foot. And then, we were there and we've been told, like, don't move it, like, don't, to help. I'm like, okay, well, I'm not going to do that. And then she kind of looks around. She's like, well, I can't swing it with my left. Let me just immediately go ambidextrous and give just as good as a corner kick with my right.
Yeah.
I've never seen that in person. And
who does that a lot too now? And I've noticed it. Jaden Shaw.
Jaden Shaw? That's pretty cool.
Corners.
Interesting. But that's one of my favorite just kind of things of Kelsey Turnbow. She never really got her footing in. Whenever she was on the ball, she kept getting fouled, and that's not a fault on her own. But either way,
she was a physical player, and then we got told, and we saw it in trainings too, right? She would give 100%. She would dive in. She would get hurt. She would fall. She'd play very aggressive.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, she announced her retirement, and you can see that sometimes. There's a player in the Liga MX that also announced her retirement after 2 years. So I mean, just going on with that, I mean, hopefully it's not a trend, Stoney? Trend.
You saved it. Good on you, trend. Hopefully it's not
players retiring early, but I mean, it is what it is.
Yeah, and that's kind of where we stand here with that. So that was one of the announcements. Did we talk about Taylor Korniak? Yes, we did. That was the clip, actually. So yeah, that's 2. So that's
Lauren Brisky.
Lauren Brisky also released today.
Did they send something about Brisky?
I believe that they did not.
They didn't.
They just said thank you and kind of just cut ties. There's no official media release on that. But
one player that just did not get a single minute of playing time.
Yep, did not. And so that's kind of where they're going with that. Casey Stoney did say, just like she has with every other player, thank you for being part of the team and good luck in your future endeavors. Somebody that did come back, and it was initially reported that might not be a chance that she does, was Sofia Jakobsen, but we saw her at training. So with that, we will have some interesting, some good audio here from Casey Stoney Exclusives. Lynn saying NWSL Plus will have replays of the matches as well. So that's really cool.
I mean, they also announced their preseason roster, right? And if we take a look at it real quick, you see that there's 4 goalkeepers, 1 on loan, Hillary Beale, 2 NRIs, which means non-roster invite. So essentially, you can maybe
has a
get
chance
spot in the team. Caitlin Sheridan is there, of course. 7 defenders, Marley Canales, who is also an NRI, Abby Dahlkemper, Sierra Angie is listed as a defender, which meaning she's going to play in that back line along with Naomi Girma, whether it's
super
left
versatile.
back, anything like that. You have Naomi Girma, Kristen McNabb, Kennedy Wesley.
Ando
con todo hoy. who they just drafted, and Kristen Westphal, who is going to be the starting right back. 5 midfielders. To me, that's a little bit.
Yeah, and again, you have Sarah Ng there who can move into the center mid.
And you also have
positions.
Mackenzie Doniak and Sofia
Mhm.
Jakobsen, who technically play on the wings, but you have Gracie Bryan, who's at NRI, Danny Colaprico, Savannah Macaskill, who we've heard that she's looking pretty good.
Yeah,
at
McCaskill. Yeah,
training. I mispronounced it, didn't I?
no, it's fine. No, you got it. You got
Taylor Porter, NRI, and Emily Van Ekman making the return, which was the big return that they needed. The forwards that they have here is Amira Ali, Melanie Barcenas, Elise Bennett, who they just signed this season, Cara Cruz making a return, Mackenzie Doniak, Sofia Jakobsen taking an international slot, Maya Jones also taking an international slot,
Mm-hmm.
Alex Morgan, and Jaden Shaw.
So then the keys right there for all of that. We did get insight that once media was let go, one of the insiders let us know that, you know, it was a really good training session. McCaskill looks like she's a huge improvement on what they had in the midfield, so that's kind of her putting that physicality in where, you know what, sometimes you had Taylor Korniak there, and with her height she was able to do stuff
but she would get called
and everything. And so we'll see if that's a different case here with McCaskill. And also that, you know, get excited about Maya Jones. Jones was went one-on-one with Naomi Gurma, and guess what, it's day one, and Jones kind of did her in, and
she put her on skates.
During training, which is, I don't care. That's you know, that happened.
You put the player of the year on skates.
And again, it's day one, first training camp, and it's looking into it a little bit more. But
Lynn letting us know in the chat that Lauren just signed to play in Sweden. Awesome.
Going to the Nordic states as well. So keeping an eye on that. That's the current roster that they have. Again, this is going to change definitely after some cuts, and then
still
the
a pretty
official
stacked roster.
Yeah,
that's now
100%. Then this is what they're going to have to go against when they open up with the Challenge Cup against the current reigning defending undisputed NWSL champions in Gotham, who has every single World Cup nation represented in their roster, World Cup winner as well. So we did have this audio coming down from training camp today. So this is here, Casey Stoney, and you know, Casey Stoney was asked a couple questions, mostly just kind of touching on the schedule of this year and how that's going to play out, and the acquisitions that they made and the transactions that they made, and how they'll come together here for this next season.
I have mixed opinions. I think the broadcast deal is really important. I think being able to bring more visibility to the game, bringing more money into the game is important in terms of resources. I thought we won last year when we actually had an end of season decision day. It was all based on one day. I was like, we've progressed. And this year we've gone back across 3 days. So I don't particularly like that part of it. It's managed in every other league in the world to have a decision day, yet we are going across 3 days. So that's the downside. The plus side, it's more visible. You know, it's going to be open to a lot more people. More people can watch, and obviously it's bringing much needed money into the game, which is huge. So yeah, there are pluses. Can there be improvements? Yeah, absolutely, but that's a work in progress in this league.
Acquisition, Savannah McCaskill, Elise Bennett, what are they going to bring to this style of play?
I think they're key signings for us. You know, I think Elise has shown both at Kansas and at Seattle what she's capable of. And she's got pace, she's got power. You know, she's a bright person as well to bring into our environment. She's a huge character, and I think we need a little bit of that. And Savannah was always the person we were worried most about when we played Angel City. Her ability to pick up spaces between lines, to drive the game forward, to make things happen. She's smart when it comes to football. I'm excited to work with her. I'm excited to see what she brings to the team.
And Sierra Engie was listed as a center back today. I mean, defender. Is she going to be playing more as a center back this season?
And that's where we'll leave it. Thank you again to our correspondent here for San Diego Punto Futbol, the great Martin, doing some great work. Martin. Over at training camp, there was also the press conference, first press conference of the year with Casey Stoney, and we'll try to get some of that audio here now for everybody. Not just me, but for everyone.
This team has sends, aspirations to younger generations that every little girl, can dream of playing for San Diego Wave, and that, I've got 3 children and I want them to be proud of what we build here at the club and as a family. And I want to be able to impact the people within the club and make sure that they have opportunities to succeed, players and staff. So, yeah, I can play my part, but I'm part of something very special here. And I think it takes a village to build it. And so far, I've been really lucky to work with some special people.
And for Melanie Barcenas, right? We saw her getting minutes last season throughout different games.
Absolutely.
But what can fans expect of her this season? Will she be ready maybe for a start eventually or something like along those lines?
I think obviously very aware that we were quite cautious with Mel last year, and that was a conscious decision. She was 15 years of age, just turned pro. Trying to get her to adapt to the load of training was one thing. Then putting into her games is another thing. So this year, you're likely to see her more often for more minutes. It's part of her development. And she's an exceptional talent. It's about putting her in at the right time, to the right games, for the right minutes, and giving her exposure.
Thank you.
Thank you.
El gran amor.
Thank you. Season's greetings and more. But yeah, no, that's kind of.
Ay, güey, qué pedo.
We have the technology now. But yeah, so I mean, I think everybody is kind of happy in a very comfortable position over at the training camp for SD Wave and what they have coming up this season. They're a team that, as you're saying, top 3 in the league, in an expanding league out of 14 teams, that they're going to be competitive, and it's going to be a matter of everybody learning lessons from what last year and the year before had. I'll tell you this much: as much as I personally love the coaching style, and personally from my interactions with Casey Stoney, fantastic person. But at the end of the day, I did think that there were some games where she was outmatched and outcoached. And that last game, she's admitted it, and it's nothing just to kind of pile on, but she knows that she should have subbed people in earlier. There should have been changes that would have made a difference early on in that match, and it didn't happen. So it's a team aspect, it's a team game, and that's the result of kind of what the decisions that were made at the time. But now it's a whole nother season, whole nother play field again.
Does she stay till 2027?
I think so.
Yeah, the contract may say 2027. That doesn't have to be the case, though. You think she stays?
I think so. There's
okay.
I mean, a lot can change, right? Like the frustrations of a season kind of go a long way. And not that she necessarily wears it on her sleeve, but Casey's is a person that will be upfront about it and will not shy away from telling you how she feels. And there's frustration at times with the league, the schedule, the play, the refereeing, the everything, right? It just like there isn't any league, but that frustration could absolutely start building, and you could pretty much see a pathway for her to go somewhere else or just do something else.
If she does go somewhere else, say she stays till 2027, she doesn't expand. Does she do something like Club saying, I'm never going to coach another Premier League team?
No.
Is she going to coach another NWSL team perhaps, or she goes back to Europe?
I think she would go back to Europe. She's the person that
Why not coach a Liga MX team?
What? No, that's not going to happen. That's not.
Are you kidding?
That's not. I am not kidding you.
You're laughing. That's disrespectful.
She is not going to go coach at a Liga MX team. I'll bet.
Wait,
anything on that.
Guadalajara?
I will bet anything on that. And if she does, great. Sure. Like once San Diego Waves won a couple of championships, hopefully, and that's kind of the case where all said and done here, Alex Morgan and Casey Stoney ride off into the sunset, and with a three-peat, sure. Maybe she can go to the Liga MX.
First, you got to beat Rain. So
yeah, that's the first step right there. Hi, Chiva.
Oh, hello.
You can't hear me because
I can't hear
you. Yeah.
Oh, cool. Anyways, yeah, that's kind of. Is there anything else that we have wave related?
I don't think so. A new training kits kind of came out. They're pink. They're nice.
It's cool.
They're better than kind of how it's
going. It almost
going.
looked like as it was the jerseys they would wear during games now as training kits.
Yeah.
So maybe something different coming. For the match days.
And we see it here. SD Sirens saying we love our Stoney. Absolutely. Everybody loves Casey Stoney here.
Shout out to Charlie Adams.
Shout out to Charlie Adams, former captain of San Diego Loyal, making a drop on the Instagram. We have a question here. You guys go to the Coachella Valley MLS Festival. We will have coverage of that event that is coming up. That's going to be preseason between Angel City FC and San Diego Wave out in the Coachella Valley Invitational.
And I think this one he's talking also about the MLS games that are going to be out in Coachella.
But it's Wave time. It's wave time. It's wave time.
Yeah. So
the Scouts are good for Right to Dream will be there. But okay. And I think that's the nice little bow. We'll be bringing everything and anything San Diego Wave related here on San Diego's number one outlet for soccer in San Diego, San Diego.futbol. Check out the website, sandiego.futbol.com, for everything that is coming up. All right. So
time to move on.
Moving
community events, right?
Transitioning. Also want to give a shout out to Abe Cepeda, who you heard that end of the question on our video on our end. Go ahead and check him out. Abraham Cepeda. That's Abe_Cepeda, Zepeda, on X. And he has a couple of other questions on there from Casey Stoney and some good content there. So follow him on X. But yeah, so switching gears, once again, we're going to go ahead and go back into the community. I think we can just go into what the community for San Diego Wave has been doing.
Yeah. So
and then into the Chrome Ball Tour.
Exactly.
Because we're going to do a giveaway of these Oceanside Chrome Ball Tour. Can we set them?
So San Diego Wave, right? They sent over 70 staff and players to 8 different nonprofits all within the same day. So it was definitely a very big day for San Diego Wave. Also, I think this day was the day they released the schedule. So busy day for San Diego staff and players and just anyone involved following San Diego Wave. But some of the nonprofits that they went to, I believe they went to the Chicano Federation, who is a huge partner for
I currently work for one, but they weren't one of them, but it's fine. Checa que se oiga.
Meals on Wheels.
Meals on Wheels, great organization. We also work on them on a personal basis. But at the end of the day, it's really good to see the outreach that's happening here. Let me go ahead and remove you from there.
I know you love BizTown.
BizTown, so that's the Junior Achievement. BizTown is the program where you can have different jobs, children.
They still have the loyal booth.
They do still have the loyal booth, but I think they're changing that.
Okay, cool.
Because of reasons.
Yes.
Because of reasons. But yeah, so that's what they were having. They sent a army of employees out to do great stuff. As you can see here on some of the pictures, and again, it's part of it, right? Shannon McMillan leading the community efforts for San Diego Wave. We see our buddy Weston there and some of the fantastic coworkers that they have, and doing great stuff in general. And this is what it's all about, right? Like this is part of the coverage, right? Like we're doing coverage for the San Diego team, the San Diego soccer community, and we're seeing what they're doing. They're doing great things. San Diego FC has also been doing some stuff, culminating some projects, and we're speaking of Shannon McMillan, about Shannon McMillan, and that's what was announced here by SDFC with the ribbon cutting that's taking place at the Street Soccer Futsal Courts on February 3rd. It's going to be part of the Love Esco Day, and so that's something that really was championed by Shannon McMillan back in San Diego Loyal, and so this hopefully is also understood that the ties and the resources from what was once here are still being utilized. And as opposed to I know some people don't think about it this way, don't want to think about it this way at all, but there's a certain iconoclasm of, that's a big word, Chiva.
What does that
certain
mean?
Iconoclasm of San Diego Loyal and everything San Diego Loyal, and it's like, oh well, it happened, just forget about it, and this and this and that. It's kind of difficult to do that when clearly the resources of that franchise and that team are still being used for the better of the community. You know what? More playing for the.
How do you freaking come up with these words?
I know these words. I don't just look them up.
Yeah, I know, but how?
Because if the situation calls for it.
Iconoclasm.
So iconoclasm. So iconoclasm is the action of attacking or assertively
rejecting.
I see it here
on my computer. I see what it means.
Beliefs. Well, I'm reading it now. an institution of established values, the rejection of destruction of certain images, a doctrine or iconoclast. That's kind of what is, it is what it is. I'll put away my dictionary.
That's a harsh words to use, man.
And
are you inciting something? No, I'm just kidding.
I would never incite anything. People make their own decisions, but it's good to see these community things coming together. With that, the community event that happened that you were a part of, and I think we have something lined up for that, is going to be the Chrome Ball Tour. The Chrome Ball Tour happened earlier this week here on Sunday. Was it Domingo? No, Saturday, because that was the game of the San Diego Sockers. We're going to get to this giveaway right here, right after we have a special presentation from our on-site reporter. This is really exciting. On-site reporter,
me.
So here is el reportaje.
So wait, before
okay.
before we watch this video, right? It was pretty cool, just talking to different supporter groups, different fans.
Yeah.
So that's gonna be a lot of interviews, people from the team. So
Mhm.
expect that. While this video is playing, this is the announcement on how to enter the Oceanside T-shirt giveaway. During that video, please comment, whether you're on Instagram, on X, or on YouTube. Just comment on the chat your first and last name, and you automatically enter on the Wheel of Fortune, where we're going to be building it as we're watching the video.
Uh-huh.
And that's how we're going to be determining the winner of this awesome T-shirt for the giveaway.
Absolutely.
So deadline to put in your name is at the end of the video. Gives you about 12 to 15 minutes to type in your name.
Absolutely. Yes, iconoclast. I love that word. Shannon really making waves, step up the community service. Absolutely, she is, and really just even helping out the other teams as well, putting their names on it, putting the ribbon on it. So once again, comment your first and last name for a chance to win the Oceanside SDFC shirt. That's right here, provided by the team. So we'll give them credit for their kudos for being able to hook us up or hook somebody up with a giveaway here. Hopefully that's not the last time that we have it ready to go. I put this name in this chat. Yes, that counts. Instagram, wherever you're watching. Instagram, YouTube.
I told them just put Puma.
Just put Puma. Shout out to the 18th Battalion. Definitely a pleasure meeting you for the first time. You got to meet them, and we're going to go ahead and see that. Guys, the video hasn't started. You guys are all disqualified.
I love it.
No, you guys
Alicia cannot participate.
No, Alicia is back in. Alicia is back in.
I swear if Alicia wins, oh, man.
And again, be a friend, tell a friend, come over and join this movement that we have here.
Let them know.
San Diego's #1 soccer podcast, soccer outlet, soccer everything. San Diego Punto Futbol happening here. So without further ado,
one more time, drop your names in the chat to enter the giveaway during the video.
Sounds good. So with that, here you go.
Hey guys, we're live here from Oceanside, California, where SDFC's kicking off their Chrome Ball Tour. If you're not aware of this tour, is the big Chrome Ball that's right behind me is going on tour all over San Diego, all 18 cities here. It's a great event, 40 soccer teams competing for a street soccer tournament, 3 different divisions. Supporters are here. It's a great event. There's going to be live music shows, live dancing performances from local artists here in Oceanside. It's going to be a great one. Again, I'll try to keep you guys reported with more, but back to you guys. We're here with Loco himself, Presidente. I mean, as of now still, right?
Yeah.
Tell us, what are you guys doing out here?
We're out here at the San Diego FC Chrome Ball Tour event in Oceanside. We got our tent set up. We're just trying to educate people on who we are, what we're all about, and have a presence at these events because now that we're an SDFC supporter group, it's appropriate.
Yeah. So tell us about that switch, right? A lot of people are hesitant about it. How do you sell on your people that are maybe not too sold on becoming SDFC fans?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's a personal choice, right? All we can do is continue our community, continue our work, and if people felt so attached to Loyal and they just don't feel that passion for this yet, that's their choice, right? I can't I can't make people make a decision and follow this decision that we've made, because truly what we do in the stands and what we do in the community, it comes from the heart, and that's got to be everybody's own personal choice. Do I hope that people see where we're going with this and people want to continue the community? Yeah, of course I do. Of course, that's what I feel, and that's what I hope, and that's what I want. And then we can, get in the ground floor with this new team, the new MLS team, help influence what this looks like, help shape what the community looks like, help shape what the supporter section looks like, just like we do with Loyal, right? So it's kind of another start. There's a lot more at stake here. This is MLS. But yeah, as far as the transition goes, I think that everybody kind of has to make their own decisions. And of course, my hope is that everybody comes along, and my hope is that people feel the love and the passion for the community, even if they don't for the team, and keep this going for us. But at the end of the day, everybody's got to make their own decision.
And I mean, 40 teams, right? Are you rooting for a team right now in the tournament?
Yeah, I mean, there's a locals FC, which is really cool. At first, when I saw that on the roster for the street flow event, I was like, who signed up under locals name? Like, what is going on here? And then somebody in Discord was like, no, they're totally independent. And then we connected on Instagram. We talked about maybe doing a collab or something like that in the future. So that's a pretty cool thing. But of course, I'm cheering for them. I think that's pretty cool.
Awesome, man. Thank you, man.
Yeah. Cheers.
All right, what's up, guys? I'm here with. Tell us your names.
I'm Jimmy.
Mateo. And what team are you guys repping right now?
SDFC.
Have you guys played a game already or not yet?
About to play the first one.
Were you guys at the street floor event before for SDFC, or is this the first time that you guys are playing here?
Yeah, I was at the first one.
How did that go? What are your expectations for this tournament compared to that one?
It was really fun, and now both of us are from Oceanside, so we're happy to be here.
Yeah, so how exciting is it for SDFC to come out to Oceanside? I know Oceanside sometimes gets overlooked, right, when it comes to San Diego. But as people from Oceanside, how does it feel to have a team that's representing you guys right now?
It's amazing. Like, to be able to come down here and play this amphitheater. A lot of us used to come down here when we were kids and just play pickup like this. So seeing something organized, it's just amazing.
Yeah, definitely. I feel the same way.
And I want to ask everyone what is your ideal signing? Big star name that SDFC should sign?
Oh, that's a great question. They got to get someone from the Prem.
Bring Neymar from the Saudi League. He doesn't like it anyways.
Yeah. Neymar would be legit.
There you have it, SDFC. Bring Neymar to the MLS. All right, thank you, guys.
No problem.
Thank you.
All right, guys, we're here with Eddie, part of the 18th Battalion. Tell us about the supporters group, man.
Yeah, we're just a brand new supporters group, brand new to the game, brand new to the scene. We're just a group of friends, like Star Wars, like soccer, want to combine both of our loves and see what we can do.
So what's the expectation, right, when it comes to games? Is it going to be a big group? Is it more just kind of like a social club? What is it going to look like once MLS or the team starts playing games?
We want to try to be as big as possible. We want to stand out in front of the crowd, scan the crowd. You can see our helmets in the crowd, and right away you'll know that's the 18th Battalion.
That's awesome, man. And if people are interested in joining your supporter group, what do they have to do?
Just hit us up on Instagram, 18th Battalion. Let us know you're interested in joining, and we'll give you all the information there.
I appreciate it, man. Thank you. If you don't know the name, Paul from SDFC, you are in charge of putting this whole Chrome Ball tour together. Is that right?
It's a lot of people who are involved behind the scenes to make this happen, the ideation of it, as well as a lot of people who are getting the word out from the email side, social media side, content side, and then the logistics. So it's very much everyone has a hand in the pot to make it happen, and we're excited about the turnout so far.
So, I mean, how did the whole idea Chrome Ball tour come about? I know you guys had the giant Chrome Ball. Did you think, what can we do with it?
Yeah, working with Tom Penn and Sebastian Mora to help ideate and bring this to life. I think my task was then to make it a thing and really identify cities and locations and different expressions from the soccer aspect of it. Marco Cervantes as well. He's in charge of the soccer, street soccer aspect of these tournaments and stops, so he's been super helpful as well. But yeah, it's been, again, just such a group effort.
Yeah, so so it's a party, it's a community event, there's food trucks, there's concerts happening later, there's soccer happening. Is this what people can expect when the Chrome Ball goes to their city?
Absolutely, and I think we want it to be a reflection of the city. We say it a lot in our messaging, but if you come here, you want to come here and it feels like Oceanside. You want to come see the concert tonight and see Oceanside artists, Polynesian dancers, Oceanside dance crew as well. And then in Escondido, we want to reflect the same thing in all the stops. So we want to keep this going.
All right, man. Paul, last question. What is the next event? Where's the Chrome Ball going to next?
Yeah, Chrome Ball going to Escondido on February 3rd at Washington Park. DK from our team is leading the charge on making that come to life, and it's looking like a really good event. We're going to have street soccer, the opening of the street soccer courts with Street Soccer USA. And then also we're going to have Skate Mafia back, similar to how we did with Street Flow. And a lot of public art. We're going to have food trucks, the merch truck back out there. So it's going to be a whole lot of fun.
Awesome, Paul. Thank you, man. Appreciate it.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Tell me, who are we here with and what team are you guys representing?
My name is Brianne, and I'm here with the Lululemon team.
Lululemon. Sorry, I think you guys just won the last game, right?
We did, yes.
So what's next? How many games have you all played? What's the record right now?
We are 1-1. We've
1-1. Gotcha.
Won and we lost one.
So there's one more game, right?
One more game.
What time is your team playing?
I think, I thought it was 2:20, I think, yeah.
Oh, awesome. So how important is it for SDFC, right, coming into San Diego, organizing events like this with tournaments, not just for men, not just for women, but for young girls and boys as well?
I think it's great because I think it really, helps the community, and it also, the older ones that get to play, the younger ones get to see them, and it gets everyone involved. I think it's awesome.
And I mean, you girls want to come out? You guys can come out right here. So I'm assuming, are we big fans of the Wave as well?
Yes.
Do you have a favorite player from Wave?
Abby Dahlkemper.
Abby Dahlkemper. All right. Now the season's about to start for Wave. Are you girls excited for it?
Oh, yeah.
So, if there's one thing you have to say for SDFC for organizing events like this, what would it be?
To just keep doing great stuff like this. This is so much fun. It's amazing. Well, thank you for giving us this opportunity. Yeah. This is awesome. This is awesome.
And if there's one player that you would wish SDFC would sign, is there a player in mind that they should get?
Messi.
Messi.
Messi. Oh, yeah.
All right, SDFC, you heard it here. Bring Messi to San Diego. It was good. All right, man, go ahead, tell us your name and tell us what you do for the Fronteras Ultras O side.
Hey, my name is Justin. Born and raised Oceanside, California. And right here, party ambassador, tailgater extraordinaire. What we're going to do is something that the Chargers left behind. They left one of the best, hardest tailgates in all of Southern California, and we're going to bring it back to life.
So tell me, how did you connect with the Chavos? Obviously, this is the other Chavos thing, Fronteras Ultras. How did you connect with Kevin or anyone in the Chavos?
We started off day one, and I believe it was at Modern Times where they had the day one Modern Times, just the straight the bash that they had, just getting us all together, and I saw the energy. I saw what the Chavos bring, and I want to harness that into the tailgates that we're going to be putting on at the Snapdragon Stadium.
Yeah, for sure. So let's get Kevin over. Kevin, let's get him in here too as well. Come on, Kevin. I mean, all right. We always get Adrian. Adrian, someone from Fronteras Ultras. Come on here. All right, we're joined by the great Adrian DeFoo. If you don't know him, hit him up. Adrian DeFoo. How you doing, Adrian?
Good, man. Doing good. We up here in Oceanside, representing, hanging out with the fam.
So what can you tell us about Fronteras Ultras now, right? What can people expect from what Chavos de Loyo compared to now Fronteras Ultras?
Everything that we were doing in the 109 for San Diego Loyal, but just bigger, a bigger scale, stronger. We're gonna have more of a presence, in the stand. More of a say, and like I said, everything's just gonna be ramped up. We're gonna be, MLS size now.
So how are you both liking this event? Obviously, it's the kickoff event for the Chrome Ball Tour. How are you guys loving this?
Couldn't have started off in a better spot. It's the farthest spot you can get from San Diego, but still be in the North County of San Diego, Oceanside. I mean, beautiful weather, beautiful women. Just doing it big, man.
Mr. Fu, you had to drive up here. How was the drive?
I did have to drive up here. It was good. A lot of traffic. Took me about an hour. I'm horrible with gauging how long it takes me to get from down south up here. I thought it'd be like 20 minutes, and it way wasn't. But it's all good. It's beautiful out here. It's fucking January, and we're out here in shorts and t-shirts. This is true San Diego shit.
All right, man. Appreciate you, bro. Hey, guys, we're here with two players from the tournament. Tell us your name, guys.
Kyle Carrington. Matthew D'Souza.
And what team were you guys representing in this tournament?
We're representing City San Diego.
City SC? Yes, sir. Have you guys already played? How many games have you guys played?
I played one game, like 5 minutes ago.
How'd it go? Did you guys win?
No, No, we lost unfortunately, yeah. But we're still getting the hang of things, so I hope next game we should come out with a victory.
So I'm just going around, right, asking, like, how important is it to you guys? How special is it to have SDFC here in San Diego and just putting events like this?
Oh, no, it's very fantastic because the culture in San Diego is different to a lot of the other MLS teams, and I think this will really show what the culture in San Diego is about compared to other MLS teams, so yeah.
What do you think about SDFC putting events like this, man?
You know, I think it's really good for the community. You know, soccer is a big thing in this area, so it's really nice to have somewhere we can go and play and just show off our skills, you know.
Are you guys locals here from Oceanside?
No, we live in Escondido and we're from the Caribbean, but this is something similar to what we have in the Caribbean, so it's a very big thing for this club coming up.
All right, I'm going around asking, if there's an ideal signing that you'd want for this SDFC team, which player should they bring on?
I don't know. Who do you think?
I know, probably us.
Oh, you got
yeah.
There you go, SDFC. Get them. All right, guys, we're here with Cisco. If you saw our Street Flow video, then you know I got him. He was part of the team La Masia that ended up winning the Street Flow event. How are you doing here?
I'm doing great. I'm excited for this next event. Way better competition, and we're excited to take it again.
18 cities, right?
18 cities, yeah.
Chrome Ball Tour going to all 18 cities. Are you planning if they do a soccer tournament in each city to play in them?
Yeah, of course. It also depends on how we do in these tournaments. We already took the first one, and we take this next one. We can think about going to other cities too. But I know our team is great. I know the competition is going to get better. But I wouldn't say why not.
So tell me, right? A lot of people want to know, hey, how does these 40 teams come about? Did the club reach out to specific teams to see if they wanted to participate?
So at first, they reached out to Marcos, which he's the owner of La Canchita. He reached out to some teams that, you know, they compete, and from there, people started hearing about it, and everybody wants to win it now. So that's how it kind of started, La Canchita.
Yeah, so you're originally from South Bay, right?
Yes, sir.
To drive up here, seeing this event in Oceanside, we saw it already in Linda Vista. What's it like to know that all this is happening all over San Diego, even in North County?
You know what? Some people don't like it, but I think it's great. It's spreading the word out. It's spreading soccer out. Soccer is going to become more and more and more in the streets, and that's the objective, to get people out of doing bad habits to these type of tournaments. So I'm excited. I think it's a really great idea.
And I mean, it's cool, right? You got young girls, young boys, you got women, you got men. Yep. They got it all. I mean, nobody else has done this in San Diego. So, I mean, how big is it to have just everyone be able to participate? And are you planning on winning this one again?
To answer your first question, I think it's great. You wouldn't see this before. All you will see is men's. Now you see younger girls, younger guys, everything. And yes, we're going to win this next one.
Chiva here, signing out from Oceanside, California at the SDFC event, Chrome Ball Tour. Check us out live on Monday, 8 p.m. for 2 Balls and a Mic, where we're going to be giving away one of the Oceanside t-shirts of the event. Check that out. San Diego Football, you know where it's at. Signing out. Man, I can look taller. No, I'm just kidding. Oh man, I can't do this. I get shy, man. Can't do that to me. I get shy, Paul. Sheesh. In every city, are you planning on being in all 18?
¿Qué pedo, güey? Oh,
wait, no mames. Cut. We're having an SDFC. What's up, man?
And we are back. Thank you, Chiva, for not you, the other Chiva. That was it.
Yeah.
El reportaje de Chiva, the Chiva report. Yeah, I mean that was what it was. You know, getting your flowers. I told you I liked what was out there. That's kind of a new component that we're having here for 2 hours. And I'm like, Chiva, you killed it. Looked like the Billy on the Street style content, 100%. It's really odd. Like it's a very, very specific type of content, like I said, because all I did was I showed you like, I'm like, dude, like this is what you need to do. Kind of like exactly man on the street type content, and all I gave you was here, just watch this. Just watch this. This is
so I really wanted to talk to a dog.
Otro rollo. But that was your context for hey, just go get some style and content in this style. But yeah, no, we're definitely gonna have more of that coming out. Cisco over here saying who's going to the Escondido. I will be going to the Escondido
I'm
event.
gonna be in Vegas visiting my mother.
Well, Chiva, you kicked ass, procrastinating Puma. So hope to see you in Poway, definitely coming up. Paul was the one that messed you up. I don't know. I get shy.
I get shy, Paul.
shy.
I get shy.
Clappity clap. The Chiva report weekly segment. I mean, if we have the content for it, if we have the events, if we have the stuff, I'm down for it. I think I'm gonna do my version of that of this. I don't know if I can do it as good or what's so different from this Escondido event that I can not just rehash and do what you did.
This would be a really good opportunity for you to finally do El Color. Because Fight That Son just did another one and it was freaking good.
It was really good. With Chicharito joining back at Chivas. Alicia saying I'll be there in Escondido, 7 minutes away. Beautiful. Right. Okay, this is the last chance is ended. The instructions were as followed. Comment your first and last name for a chance to win OCSC. During the video has ended. Video has concluded. We are now back here. Let's go ahead and
all right. Here we go.
Get this going.
The way this is gonna go is if your name gets selected, you will be eliminated, and it's gonna be last one standing. Okay. So if your name pops up, you're not the winner. Mm-hmm. It's the last person standing. All right. Here we go for the first one.
All right. So thank you for everybody who participated. The wheel is spinning. The Chrome Ball Tour is coming your way. Who is the first one eliminated?
Paul
Naku. You probably have 5 of these. Sorry about that.
Probably. The second one.
Yep. Keep it on going. Keep going. Guillermo Mijares. Sorry about that. The Escondido Tour as the ball keeps.
My mind is just saying Alicia's still alive in this.
And you know what?
And Chris.
She does a lot of it.
Cisco, sorry, man. You're eliminated now from contention here.
And look, tell the club to give us more stuff to give away. Straight up. That's how this is gonna work. All right. When the Mark. Sorry, Mark. Sorry. That's how this is gonna work. Let the club know that you're enjoying these giveaways, that the content is here. Share the post. Sorry, Puma. I'm so sorry. It happens. The confetti's there. It makes it celebratory, but
Alicia,
it doesn't.
Please get selected.
Puma's praying for Alicia to be finally defeated. It doesn't look like it. Lynn,
thank you for tuning in as well.
Tuning in for the Sirens and staying for the contest and giveaway. Love that. But no, same thing with Wave. Like the more we share, the more we go with this, is more things that you can potentially win. Esteban Toscano was already wearing his.
Yeah, come on now.
This is not rigged in
giveaway.
any way.
Okay.
Alicia saying that never really been to Chile for the concerts, picking up some parts. Looking forward to that stop. That's going to be a really good stop from what we're hearing.
Yeah.
Chris all right. Half of that household is eliminated. Sorry, Chris, for that. But I really, again, if you guys like these giveaways and want more stuff, let us know, and we can go ahead and
Jeff.
Give those away. Jeff Abramovich, before you press the last one, Abramovich is the first winner of anything we've ever given away.
Yeah.
The boys didn't enter. Okay. Over 18. I can see your settings, just letting you know.
Yeah, no, I was trying to see if I can maybe put more seconds in it, but it's all good.
No, see, now people are going to be like, oh no, this is going to be
the last 2, but it's fine. We'll leave it like that.
He did win the first Black Lives Matter giveaway that we ever gave.
Yes, he did.
I stood in line at Soccer Local, high pandemic, first one to buy 2 San Diego Loyal jerseys to go ahead and give away, and we did that. Jeff Abramovich delivered it to his household.
So we're down to Steven Cabrera and Alicia. Alicia, is she going to remain undefeated in these giveaways?
We will see.
Here we go.
All right, Steve is saying here, say go Alicia, who's going to be eliminated. Oh my God, that's so close.
That's so close. Alicia's eliminated.
Alicia is eliminated.
Steven, you are the winner, Steven.
Wrong button, but
congrats, Steven. Reach out to us and San Diego Open Football on our DMs. Send us a message so we can get that shirt to you. So go ahead, just send us a message and we'll connect, man.
No, appreciate it. No, 100%. And that's definitely as we're there we go. As we move forward, and again, that's what we're talking about. Like, we really like to do these things. Loyal from time to time gave us stuff to give away. I get scared. I'm like, I didn't post that. What's going on here?
Yeah, I didn't either.
Where else do you get this kind of giveaway drama? Absolutely. We have an imposter producer.
You have a hacker
that just came in and posted this as us. No, it's fine. It's all controlled. It's Miguel. But yeah, so that's kind of what we want to go ahead and make sure we do is bless everybody in the chats, bless everybody who's joining and here live. We're doing that activation with Duran Ferree and OC, going to give away tickets. Go ahead. We want to give away tickets. We want to give jerseys. We want to give merch. We want to give scarves away from, even the supporter groups. Again, the supporter groups, thank you for everybody who came out. 18th Battalion out there, the Chavos Frontera Ultras, the locals doing their thing. We were looking for Barra 18, you were telling me. And much like when we reached out for comment from SDFC, Riptides didn't respond for comment with Chiva. I don't know. They might not just like you.
Maybe.
I don't know.
No sé.
But
No sabo.
how many multiple entries do we have per household? All right. If we start winning Alicia again and again and again, we're going to have to reinstitute the Alicia rule and potentially disqualify you. But yeah, so cool. Discuss Chrome Ball Tour. If you were there, let us know what you thought of the Chrome Ball event. That's the kickoff. If you were there from 10 to 8, if you were there at 8, if you were there at what time you were there at.
Yeah, so I mean, I stayed. The time I got there, I stayed for most of the soccer stuff. I didn't stay for the evening stuff where it was the dance performances or anything like that. What I did like talking to people and even some of the players that I got on the video, they said they're from Oceanside, and since they were kids, they would go to that amphitheater and play pickup. And for SDFC to be able to put an event like that, I mean, just think about it, right? In your backyard here in Chula Vista, where you go play pickup, SDFC hosts something this big. That must feel really nice. So I thought that was super awesome. Again, a lot of people don't like driving up to Oceanside. There was a lot of traffic. It took me almost an hour and a half to get there. But the event was a success. I think there was a good turnout. I think the location was perfect. It was right next to the beach. It was a beautiful sunny day in San Diego. The food trucks were there. They had a boba food truck.
A boba. Oh, okay.
One boba.
One boba.
One boba. Not two boba.
Two bobo. That's the best.
Other than that, I mean, everyone was very friendly. Everyone was asking questions. People that worked for the team were walking around and, essentially selling the team. I talked to our friend Roger over from merchandise and let us know that, I mean, we already doubled our sales than we have in the last few weeks, which is amazing, right? It's amazing to know. People are really interested. People are coming around to the crest of the team, the colors of it. It's going to be interesting to see when a kit drops and see how people react to that now. But overall, I think the event was great. The supporter groups had their tents up. 18 Battalion kind of joined. Frontera Ultra, he didn't have a tent, but he had the Stormtrooper helmet, which was super sick seeing that in person.
Yeah, a lot of work.
I can't wait for you to go Saturday in Escondido to check that out and just, get to know everyone, get that vibe. It was very street flow vibe as well. And I think that's what Escondido is also going to be more with the whole skate mafia going out and having that skate tournament again.
Yeah. So my understanding is that, these events are going to be big. They're going to be great. They're going to be fantastic. But you legitimately can't do such a huge event every single stop and every single time. So some of these are going to be scaled down and scaled up in a sense. The schedule's already up, but not for every city, not for every location, for what's to come. Esteban saying, it was super cool. He was there from 1 to the concert, which is about 8. Great vibes. It was very good. And the weather was perfect.
It was nice.
It looked really good. Optics were nice. And again, it's another chance to see what are your intentions, SDFC, with my beloved San Diego.
I think it's clear, right? And I think they're really trying to win the community over. And okay.
I don't know.
You have to go check it out.
Ambient garage noises, but all right, we're good.
Yeah, I like I said, they're really trying to win the community over, and I think they're doing just that with these sort of events. I did get a word that the Chula Vista event is going to be 1 to a 10th. It's going to be a big one. I think they're having big plans for it. Not to disregard any other cities, but like you said, some of them are going to be a little scaled down. But I did hear Chula Vista 1 to mark in your calendars.
Ooh, I like that. Seeing people in the community, saw Coach Beto from Loyal, Kitman, Beto out there. And it's bringing the community together and seeing old friends. And I think that's what a lot of people are saying. It's like, look, it's not the conditions that we would have wanted, ideally, but nonetheless, we're seeing some old friends, old faces getting together, and it's really building that back up. You saw, I'm seeing a couple of other people coming up as well. A couple of new projects that are, again, just kind of really coming into their own. The SDFC Bros.
Oh yeah, I didn't get to see them, but I did see. I think they showed up after I had left already.
Mhm.
But yeah, they were out there as well. Got some pictures with the Riptides. Got some pictures with the Chrome Ball. I mean, I think that Chrome Ball essentially is going to become an iconic piece of this team. Doing a whole Chrome Ball tour around it. Is it kind of growing on you just seeing it? Like,
I'm gonna be completely honest, and people are gonna be like,
Te vale madre.
I could care less.
Yeah.
Because not care less. Look, correct me if I'm wrong, people. Again, I mentioned this last week. I thought that each individual panel was going to be decorated by the city
Oh, I mean, they
of
have
them.
time,
They have
right?
time. They have less than a year, but like, I would love to see that. I would love to see the reflection on the actual ball.
They have to go
I
Sharpies
I
and
don't know.
decorate it?
Like, I don't know if I'm meant to be floored by the ball itself at this point, and I think that's not the point. What they're trying to go for. If we're concentrating on the ball itself, I think it's really missing the point of what they're intending for this event to do. They're now partnering with Toyota. Toyota being a big, San Diego County Toyota dealers, a big part of just San Diego in general. Like, Toyota, they go places. This is not sponsored by Toyota.
Toyota was there.
And
with the tank.
that's we're starting to see
They had some nice Tundras, Tony.
connection. I know they do.
No, not just the team, but they had some.
I know they had Tundras there,
like-
just kind of available. The
Yeah.
new V6 twin turbo.
Tony's a truck
models.
guy now. He's a truck guy. If you guys didn't know that.
But yeah, let's see what else do we have here. Cisco saying, hoping Esco shirt is fire. And again, I'm really curious to see that. And I hope we keep getting giveaways to do from each city. And then
That'd be sick.
we'll talk to the club. But again, I will humbly ask that our listeners, our followers, ask SDFC to have more giveaways and more stuff. And we'd love to be that vehicle to be able to provide stuff
Mhm.
for the community and really engage in a meaningful way. Paul here says he was there from 9 a.m. to 3:30 p.m. Played with Bridge Barcata, and it was fun. Always good to see street soccer played. Congrats to Chicano Futsal making it to the final. Chicano Futsal won the first street flow event, being represented there very well. Esteban, also something to look forward to is every stop should have a collectible item and a badge. So
That's really cool.
that's something to look forward to. There's a lot of collectors out there that like that kind of stuff. So overall, success for what they were hoping for, I would say, and I think people responded adequately, and it was fun out there. Thank you for doing that, report boy. It was fun. Season's greetings to everybody.
Well, next up is Escondido. Love Esco Day.
Yeah, that's going to be Love Esco Day. And with that, there was the announcement. We mentioned it a little bit at the top. Coming down into the inbox, the City of Escondido, Street Soccer USA, and San Diego FC opened the first Street Soccer USA park in Washington Park in Escondido. In a partnership with Street Soccer USA and SDFC today was announced that they're opening that. It's the first of its kind facility in the region. The newly created Street Soccer facility will host daily free play as well as year-round celebration of community volunteerism in Escondido with a special ribbon cutting ceremony and a Chrome Ball Tour soccer competition on Saturday, February 3rd. This as reported by the good boys, the lads, over at San Diego Punto Futbol. Boom, right there. So that's a project that's been happening. Street Soccer USA having, I believe, 16 other cities that have a similar court or this style of street soccer vibe. So that came here. We have also, stuff that popped up, and it's really interesting seeing just the connections that were the seeds that were planted by what was here in San Diego Loyal being harvested, being nurtured with funds and, with it takes money. That takes money. It takes effort. I'm not saying that there wasn't an effort, but there is more money now to do some of these projects and culminating on the great work that San Diego Loyal and Shannon McMillan had done.
Oh, yeah.
SDFC taking over that, and that's something that I know for a fact the community was asking of SDFC is like, look, San Diego Loyal did great things in the community. let's go ahead and at least continue that. If the team itself isn't going to go ahead and continue, let's go ahead and build partnerships and build on that.
Do you feel like
we had.
so far since SDFC told us, hey, we're going to keep doing it, that you think they've done a good job so far?
Yes. I'm trying to think of, not trying to actively think of things to say no to, but I'm just really just kind of thinking of community things. I mean, they've been to places where Loyal never went.
Yep.
They've been to places, and I've had those conversations with people who were part of Loyal. I'm saying, like, you never went here. Why? Like, again, I can stand here and criticize the thing that came and, move things around in order to potentially have one team not exist anymore. Whatever the case is, that team that isn't here anymore didn't pay attention to this at all.
Mhm.
It's a very small detail. In the grand scheme of things, it's not that impactful, but it tells a story of, like, okay, maybe they are looking deeper. They are taking a lot of notes and hints of what was already here. But have they taken a misstep? I don't think they've necessarily taken a misstep in that sense, but we'll see. A lot of chances for misstep. You're so pessimist. A lot of chances for great opportunities and really to make meaningful bonds. My favorite part on there is honestly the group of young ladies you kind of interviewed and said, like, hey, what should SDFC do? Keep doing this. Thank you for giving us this opportunity. That's going to go ahead and be a clip. We're going to go ahead and tag it. If you want to have a chance to go ahead and be in our next giveaway, you might want to just repost that and, force the team to get the coverage that is given to them. We're hard at work here. We're independent and doing everything that we can to have the soccer community informed through San Diego Football. And the only thing we ask in return is to kind of, help us out in that sense of, let's start reposting, let's start retweeting, let's start, not that you guys haven't, but just like, let's get that movement going and make Two Balls and a Mic, make San Diego Football absolutely, what's
inevitable.
That word? Inevitable. Yeah, that was actually the word I was looking for. Inevitable, because that's what it is. Shout out again to the SDFC bros who, we're out there as well.
Growing it up.
Yeah, it's three of them. Vince, Carlos, and Jazz. Kind of had some exchanges there. This is at the Novo event of what they had. So good projects. Hit them up. They said, hey, good stuff. Let's collab, bro.
Oh, yeah, that's what we have for community events. Shout out to San Diego Wave and SDFC for being out there and walking the talk. But we're going to go ahead and move on to our last segment of the show. El Juego Bonito, Tony. El Juego Bonito. Goals, gaffes, and greats.
I didn't get the I didn't get the music I said I was going to get. All right, so
so we had actually 619 Soccer kind of share this goal a couple days ago from West Hills High School over in Santee. Jose Vargas.
So this is going to be the goal of the week that we have. All right.
This was a freaking banger, man.
All right. Let's see what we got here. Ball goes in, throw in, outside of the box with a Travella outside of the foot, goes in the top left.
One more time.
The top left. So it's, again, on your screen, there's a lot of blue. Off the half volley.
Man.
La prende.
You know, right when it goes in that little triangle of the post and the back post, like, way.
Could I had stopped that?
I don't know.
Maybe.
Shout out Jose Vargas from West Hills High School scoring that banger.
That was awesome. Cool. So shout out. That's the goal of the week.
That is the goal of the week. We did something a little different for Gaffes.
Yes. So look at those faces. That's a fantastic goal. Still got Triple G. That is the segment that we have. Triple G. El Juego Bonito.
Puma. I mean, I have a clip of the gaff if you want me to share my screen.
Share the screen, what you have. Like, it was an absolute.
Here we go.
Oh my God. Like, I can't believe. Okay, so this is.
Play. You're allowed to do that. Long ball to Trisell. Headed home. How did they lose track of
it? You're going to talk about this tomorrow. But the whole gaff right now is the team of Tacoma.
Okay.
Like, wait,
Okay.
you have 12 seconds left, and you let that go in?
All right,
Come
so let me
on,
paint the
man.
picture for you.
Come
Let me
on,
paint the picture
man.
because we need to understand what happened here. So San Diego Sockers go over to Tacoma, Washington, and they're playing in what I described to you as the longest 4 minutes of my life.
Yeah.
The ball exits the playing field, and that means that the clock is stopped in MASL. This is a gaff, and it's more on the referees because I'm going to put that there. Essentially, in this video, courtesy of Eddie Bear 60, Eddie Trujillo. Look at this. Look at the time. It's 3 minutes. San Diego Sockers are down by 2. What's that? Is that X-Men? That's not Boris Pardo. Why is Boris Pardo not there? Because Boris Pardo got a red card. All right. There was about 8 cards shown in the fourth quarter. There was a yellow here. There was a blue on top of a yellow to Tavoy Morgan. There was discussions. There were talks. Most of the fourth quarter, time-wise, ended up just being, let me see, where is that frame of the referees? Is this just talking, yapping? This here is Boris Pardo getting himself a red card. You'll see it here. Boom. That's the one with the red.
Did he deserve a red?
We don't know. We don't know what was said because it's not on the broadcast. So he was clearly something that he said. Yeah, Boris Pardo can be a little mouthy, and that's part of being a goalkeeper. And Queens, New York. Hey, forget about it. They don't say that, but getting himself a red card. That means Xavier's coming in at this point. Tacoma's still winning 6-5. 10 minutes in the fourth quarter. Moving closer into what ended up being look at how much time. Half of the highlights.
It's already the fourth quarter.
Is in the fourth quarter, 9 minutes, 51 seconds remaining. I'll tell you right now, the score ended up being 7-7. It's not like we have many goals to go after. But the Sockers inevitably come back. And this is what I tell you. Like, there was terrible refereeing altogether. We're going to get into it on Sockers Overtime at 5 p.m. tomorrow on Twitch.com/San Diego Sockers. But sixth attacker comes in, Xavier's in goal. You bring him out. Charlie Gonzalez also getting involved in the shenanigans here. Yeah, he gets pushed in the back, responds to hands to the face. That's going to be a red card all day.
So he got a red card.
So he got a red card as well. You see my boy Drew Ruggles there? Guess what? He was then the goalkeeper, and he's throwing the hand over because he fouled with the last man. He gets a blue card, leading into a shootout situation. Tacoma still winning 7-6 with a shootout situation with 29 seconds to go. 29 seconds to go. That means that if he scores, that's pretty much the end of the game. That's all she wrote. But of course, that's not what happened because, again, this is a gaff. This is something Nick Pereira, the current reigning MVP of the league, is running. Legit. He goes ahead and destroys Xavier. Xavier's on the floor, and Gabigol, the Brazilian, Gabriel Costa comes in, slides, saves this ball. 23 seconds left. They try to get the ball back. They are a man down, the San Diego Sockers. They need to go ahead and stop this attack. They cannot afford 13 seconds. The time is almost up. Here's a pass against the wall, getting it back into play. They're in transition. 6 seconds left. They're going to pass it all the way up. Bing, bang, bomb, goal, tie game. The San Diego Sockers tie the game in the most improbable way. Mitchell Cardenas scores with 1.6 seconds left in the match. This is a 7-7. We're going to overtime. But let me tell you, this is exactly where it goes wrong once again. Because guess what? Time to talk. Referees come out. They put more time on the clock. 13.6 seconds. What's going on? The commentators were saying that Gabriel Costa, in order to go ahead and do this miraculous save on the shootout, was not at the halfway point where he should have been. You're supposed to be right there at halfway, and when they take the shootout. But the commentators were saying that Gabriel was not in his position. He was estaba adelantado. He was ahead of where he should have been.
And was he?
They say he was, but there's no camera.
Oh.
Because they went to video review and they didn't. There's no angle. There's no, literally, you can't see that. So they're saying right now, like, you see in the commentary, they say it.
Fakes the shot, pulls it left. Herrera blocked by Costa, who left early. referee. Costa was well past the line, and the referees don't care. 20 seconds.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
A little
let me
bias there.
let me tell you,
A
the bias was
little
incredible.
Bias there.
14 seconds now. Serta clears it to the side. Cardenas 10 to go.
And you see this play kind of develop, and obviously this moment was incredible.
Costa puts it down. Juan Gonzalez! He's leveled it with 1.6 seconds. And the failure from the referees to spot Costa being offside on the shootout.
Okay, all right. Big gap.
Let me tell you, the
All right.
referees were on a good one on both sides, but the commentary team decided to. And again, this is not as somebody who is currently doing
One of the
this.
referees has a podcast.
I don't want it, and it's actually him. It's actually him. It's actually him. So yeah, he has a podcast where he reviews all the calls that were controversial. This whole game is going to be
the whole podcast.
The whole podcast, 3 episodes. So what they're talking here is that there was too many men on the field because they couldn't prove that Gabi Costa was ahead. So then they're like, nope, we're gonna have to go ahead and guess what? We're replaying this. We're gonna go ahead and put time on the clock.
Oh my
Xavier,
gosh.
we're gonna take the goal away. So San Diego Sockers are still down by a goal with 13 seconds left. Xavier, before this, got a shot to the face. Looked like he got pretty rocked, but he got back up and he took care of business. And then this happens.
Williams, he's rolling to his own teammate. This is legal. That's not too many men. As long as he doesn't take part in play, you're allowed to do that. Long ball to Trisselt, headed home. How did they lose track of him? This one will stand. Brandon has scored. Cesar Serra over screaming at the referees. And they've leveled at 7-7 with 5.4 to go.
Exactly what they did.
So that happens.
Wow.
And then this gives them even more time. They had 1.6 seconds. Now they have 5.4 seconds to come back and try to score. They don't. Overtime happens, and soccer's magic ensues.
Who illegally was offside to block that shot. Poked home by Tamor Morgan.
A boy.
Great night for the MASL as Gabriel Costa
What a way to win it. And that is why Tacoma is this week's gap for San Diego.
And the referees,
man. And the referees.
And the referees.
Yeah, man, that is hilarious. Yeah, I mean,
sorry.
That describes itself. Gaff.
What a disgrace.
Great of the
All right.
week.
The great.
We're giving it to Brandon Vasquez. Second start for Monterrey this week. He had one during the week, got a goal, and then this past weekend got his second start. Scored a banger of a header. And got 2. He got a brace in that last game. So 3 goals in his first 2 starts for Monterrey. 3 goals in the Liga MX already. Brandon Vasquez wins this week's great.
He
for
is
the Juego Bonito segment.
the great of the week. Here's one of the goals that he went ahead and scored.
Maxi, bien abierto por izquierda Verte, aunque se convierte en un segundo punta cuando se ataca. Sergio Canales también aparece ahí como un volante ofensivo detrás de la posición de Brandon Vázquez.
Hey, that was a fantastic goal.
Bro, come
what
on.
a goal. The cross, the angle,
That's
the
filthy,
flex.
man.
Disgusting.
That's filthy. He's making his name known in Liga MX and Monterrey. Just keep signing star power. But yeah, San Diego representing Liga MX and Monterrey.
And that has been El Juego Bonito. Goals, gaps, and grace.
Next week, maybe we'll have a theme song for
Yeah,
it.
maybe we'll go ahead and do that. But without further ado, I think it's been a great episode here. New stuff coming by. Again, share, like, subscribe, retweet. Let the teams know that you guys want 2 balls and a mic and San Diego Punto Football to do more giveaways, and we will do just that as it comes by. Season's greetings to everybody that was here for Instagram, on Twitter, for the giveaway. Cirilo, season's greetings, everybody. Charlie on Instagram, on the X, on YouTube. We'll be back. We're going to go ahead and clip this. There are chapters now that I'm working on on YouTube. So, progressing. I think that's it.
Thank you all for
Season's
your
greetings.
time. And again, hopefully we'll do more giveaways soon. But have a great night. Have a great week. And you'll see Tony in Escondido.
Absolutely. See you next week, guys. Bye-bye. You guys can go now.
Bye, guys.
No, like it's fine.
You guys can leave.
No, it's okay, guys. Like it's. I know. You guys missed a song. I do too.
It's okay.
It's still here. Still bangs.
Fear speed.
If you're still here, what's your favorite topping on a salad? What's your favorite topping on a salad?
Baby tomatoes.
Get out. No.
Sorry.
Baby tomatoes? You call them baby tomatoes?
Yeah. The fuck are they called?
You mean cherry tomatoes?
Oh, fuck. Baby tomatoes sounds better, actually.
No.
Yeah, cherry tomatoes. The baby ones. Yeah, those. 100%. Baby tomatoes.
That's not. Who told you they're called baby tomatoes?
I don't know. My mom.
Aw. Me, mommy. As my mother is currently on the other side of the room here.
Oh, bye, Alan. Chicken. Blue cheese.
Ooh. Do you like blue cheese?
I don't.
Really?
I'm not a fan.
Wow.
I did have it on a steak at the Brigantine once.
Mm-hmm.
It was actually good, though.
One day I'll do a cook-off challenge with everybody, and I'll invite people to a carne asada. All right.
Oof.
For sure.
La carne asada, que se armen los chingadazos. All right, guys. Have a good one.
Bye.